Hey guys, I want to give you guys a quick little clarification of a mistake I make later on in this very video. I do say that High Voltage worked on the PC port for Batman Arkham Knight. That is incorrect. I meant to say that Iron Galaxy is the one that got credited in the credits for the game. High Voltage worked on Mortal Kombat X PC, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. My mistake, I just want to let you guys know up front. Hey, what's up ladies and gentlemen, Beaky here with the Untitled Game Show, back once again on June 25th, 2015 with more video game news, reaction, and discussion. And for you guys today, let's talk about Luke Smith and Destiny and the whole entire Eurogamer controversy and the apology that has been sent out from Bungie and Mr. Luke. Or Smith, whatever you want to call him. And the other thing we're going to talk about is Batman. Batman! It has been pulled from Steam temporarily. Yeah guys, if you guys didn't already hear the news, you cannot purchase Batman from Steam right now because Warner Brothers kind of screwed up the release of the game in big ways by making it a port of the console version, and at that it wasn't a very good port. It was capped at 30 FPS and people who try to unlock it to 60 FPS, and there was issues. Once it went up to 60 FPS, you would have drops and frame drops all the way down to 20 FPS, even while you're running in a pretty good rig. So there's some issues with Batman on the PC, and I can't believe how lucky I was in avoiding this, because I could have bought the PC version for $35, and I really had to fight myself saying I really don't need to buy this game right now. I'm kind of stressed for money at the moment, and I just can't do it. So I held off. And I didn't buy the game, and I'm glad I didn't, because holy shit, I've never heard of Warner Brothers or a AAA studio actually pulling their game from Steam due to concerns from users. What is going on? I can't believe this. So yeah, Warner Brothers has pulled the game, apologized to everybody, and say that you could go over to Valve and go ahead and ask for a refund. They haven't said if they're gonna actually give anybody who already purchased the game an upgrade to the season pass, which I personally think would be the right way to really say, like, hey, we're sorry about all the issues the game has. Here's the season pass completely free for people who already purchased it on Steam, because pulling the game from the Steam store only saves them from actually, you know, having to give out refunds to people who buy the game over time again. Because if you guys don't know, according to Reddit, I don't know if this is 100% true, when somebody asks for a refund for like a game on Steam, the developer eats a lot of that cost, and Steam actually still keeps their cut of the original game sale. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that is definitely true, holy shit, Warner Brothers will probably have to give out a lot of refunds and lose a lot of money. So by not selling the game, they're kind of saving money at the same exact time until the game's actually fixed on PC. But I think the right thing to do is, yes, pull the game, apologize, and actually reward the players that actually did buy the game by patching the game, first of all, and then give them some content like the season pass or something special for the people who are actually going to end up keeping the game, because now they're going to have to sit there and wait a few, you know, probably weeks at this point to them to actually fix the game, because just like Mortal Kombat X, the developer that actually ported the game is the same exact developer, and they didn't do a good job with the port, but I do know that the developer that ported it, High Voltage Studio, they are a small developer, so, and they didn't have that much time to do it, so it might not really be their fault. I'm guessing that Warner Brothers and the original studio, Rocksteady, they should have got working on the freaking port a long time ago, and it shouldn't have been a port. I actually think the PC version should have been the main version of the game. I really feel like NVIDIA's at fault too, because even I watched that video about NVIDIA and Batman, and it was at 60 FPS, and I was like, what? This shit looks awesome. I'm like, okay. That was really what's tempting me too, to get the game for $35, and I was like, okay, I really need to hold off because I really need to find out what's going on. And I was just thinking in my back of my head, like, yes, I could really get this, but I just really can't right now because of money reasons. And yeah, Warner Brothers and PC games recently have not been too good, and I'm glad I actually held out on that one. But that's basically my sum up of the story, guys. I'm just trying to say, I hope the next step from Warner Brothers is to give out the season pass to anybody that purchased the game on PC. I know that might sound entitled, but I think that would be a nice gesture to do, as the company wants to make up for the fans that got kind of punished here in the situation of buying a game that they was not up to their quality standards. My opinion. Alright, let's talk about Destiny, a subject that I've talked about a whole lot over the last year. I've already made 2 different videos called Everything Wrong with Destiny, Everything Wrong with Destiny Crucible. So you guys have seen my videos, and if you did, then you already know that I had a lot of issues with Destiny, and I've outlined those issues even with the DLC. And I basically have stated recently that many of those issues have been fixed, but I've still had core issues with the game that have never been fixed, and I have core issues with the business model of Destiny for the cost of the game compared to the content delivered. Well, recently Luke Smith went on an interview with Eurogamer. In that interview, he basically said you're going to throw money at the screen for emojis, and you know, the emojis are the dance in Destiny. And some armor shaders. So yeah, he came back, and after being an asshole in that interview, because he was really arrogant and really came off as an asshole, there's no other way to really say it, he has apologized, and he has actually went ahead and talked to Bungie, and Bungie's actually going to change the model of how this actual collector's edition and how these DLC items are going to be given out to longtime fans. So if you're a longtime Destiny player, now you actually can purchase these emojis and these armor shaders separate. The thing that I'm actually having a little bit of issue with is the fact that the emojis and armor shaders, which are completely just cosmetic items, cost $20. So this is a $20 DLC, and it's going to cost even more in Europe because the pound is more and euros are more so than the US dollar. So it's going to cost you guys even more money. And I kind of don't like the fact that they are setting a weird precedence. I've never heard of a game selling cosmetic DLC for 20 bucks. That kind of seems high. I really feel like it's high. And the weirdest part of this is that some Destiny fans are actually defending the option of charging $20 for these dance emojis because, you know, you probably gotta motion capture them. I've just seen all types of weird stuff, and I'm just like, you kind of guys just justify what Luke Smith said. He said you would throw money at the screen, and if you buy these armor shaders and these freaking emojis for 20 bucks, you are kind of throwing your money at Destiny. You're just throwing it to them. Like, I don't think... Alright, as a Destiny player, I really don't think the armor shaders matter that much. Just me, as a gamer. It were a cool idea, but they really just did not matter that much to me, man. They were never that varied. They were never that cool that they mattered to me even one bit, guys. I'm just being so truthful. The dancing, great part of Destiny. Awesome little thing. I truthfully would pay $2 a dance. I think that would be a great price if they put up a lot of different dance moves and you pay $2 a dance, and that would be an awesome little thing to do as for Destiny fans. But $20 for a bunch of dances and armor shaders, that just seems like it's even more expensive than the shit you were paying for. I mean, look, let's look at Evolve. Evolve, people were upset about the DLC in that game, but you were getting like whole entire characters to use in the game. You were getting a bunch of stuff for like the season pass stuff, and then they did of course have, like, you know, the color stuff as well, but that was pretty cheap. But here we are with Destiny, and I still don't understand how do you guys defend it when you're basically justifying what he said. If you buy this DLC for 20 bucks, you are literally doing what he said. I think you're throwing your money at the screen, and Destiny's grabbing it from you because it's not worth it. I think it's overpriced, and I just really hope that it's not going to set a precedent in other video games where people just think like, yeah, these idiots will just buy anything, won't they? They've been playing this game for a year straight. They bought every single DLC. We could charge 20 bucks for some stupid dance and armor shaders, and then we'll tell them they're going to get exclusive items just for free because they've been playing for a year later on. And if you've been a long time Destiny player, you know when they give out some special stuff, it's not really that special because there's going to be always a new DLC and it's going to become invalid. But my opinion here, BK here with the Untitled Game Show, I'm just going to tell you guys, don't buy it. Don't feed into it. Just prove him wrong. If you're going to buy the Taken King, just get the Taken King. Don't spend the extra $20, hardcore Destiny fan, on the emojis and dance. It's not worth it. I think the only people who are going to be doing this... Okay, I was going to try to end this video, but I just have one other thing that kind of bugged me. Really, really bugged me. Was the Destiny YouTubers. Many of them... I watch so many of these videos. And I'm going to give a big shout out to Syntex. I should have mentioned him in the early part of this video. He made a video commenting on this. It was kind of short, but he responded to all the comments, and with his comments and the questions I asked him as a Destiny player, he said he's not going to be supporting this practice from, you know, Bungie, and I really do respect him because he plays a lot of Destiny. He's going to be playing the Taken King once it comes out, and I respect the fact that he realizes there is issues with the game, even as somebody who enjoys Destiny, and issues with the business model. But some of these big YouTubers, man, they really have been defending Destiny so hard that it's unbelievable. But I understand it. If your channel's based around Destiny and you hate on it too much, you're just shooting yourself in the foot, man, because it's really hard to be a YouTuber in the long run only playing one game. All games eventually die down eventually, man. Even the channels that only did World of Warcraft stuff have started playing other games as well. Look at Total Biscuit, somebody who's a big YouTuber who did World of Warcraft stuff, who's moved away from World of Warcraft. Boogie did a lot of World of Warcraft stuff back in the day, moved away from World of Warcraft. And it's not that World of Warcraft isn't still popular. They have evolved from that. And I'm just saying, man, the bullshit I've heard from some of these big Destiny YouTubers. I'm a small guy, so I know a lot of Destiny fans will disagree with me, but I'm going to share my opinions anyways. I'm out here for now, guys. Peace out.
Zone B neutralized. A single victory doesn't win a war, but it's a good start. Good work.